Welcome to this video, and this time we are going to speak about the flights. So this is one of the important models in our platform, and I'm going to speak about some tips, how you should do it, and some important information when you want to book a flight. So important things, you click on flights. First, you need to check if it's a round trip, come and go, or if it's only one way. So if you want to take only one-way flight, it's easy, you just have to click here and that's it. But for this example, we are going to put a round trip. So what we should do is we need to start to write the city or the name of the airport, and be sure that you choose the right airport. So for this example, I'm going to use Lisbon. But as you can see, the code, and sometimes you just have to Google that to know exactly the code of the airport if you have any questions. On this example is Lisbon, so it's simple. But as you can see, there are different codes also from Lisbon, but I'm going to use this one that it's the main airport. And now I'm going to put also New York. And this is really important for you to take, to have attention on this point. So as you can see, New York, we have the John Kennedy Airport, we have LaGuardia, we have multiple airports in New York. So if you want to go to a specific airport, be sure that you choose the one with the right code. And again, if you want to have the right information, go on Google Maps, and you will see where is exactly the airport. But most of the times, the smartest way to do it is to search the option that says all airports. So as you can see here, it says New York, all airports. So it means that if I choose all airports, the platform will look for the best flights, the best prices on the flights on every airport that are close to New York. So instead of going specific to a certain New York airport, if I put this all airports option, it checks all the airports and compare all the prices on this airport. So this is the one that I'm going to choose. Then of course you need to put the dates. Let me say that I'm putting 14 to 21 of March of 2023. You can search for multiple adults. I'm going to put 2 persons just to show you also some important information if they are children or whatever. Also, the class, normally it's economy, but if you want to choose first class, you can also search that here. Now I'm going to click on search, and it's going to find the best deals for us. Here we are, and this is the options that the platform is giving to me. So 100 different flights found with these options. So important information. You see here the total price. This is a total price for 2 persons. Okay, so here you can see the price per person of this flight. Because I choose 2 persons, it shows me the total price, but then also shows me the individual price. When you choose only 1 person, of course, it will show you only 1 price. So on this example, you can see here that this flight starts at 10:50 a.m. Lisbon time and lands at New York at 8:20 night time. So it's a 13 hours and 30 minutes flight, because it will have a stop. It will have a layover in Dublin for this example. So another important information, the first flight is from Lisbon to Dublin. It's a 2 hour and 50 flight. Then you have 2 hour 40 minutes of layover, and then it's 8 hours from Dublin to New York. And this is where you are going to stop. So this is also really important because sometimes, imagine that you go to make a layover, a long one, on a place that you need to have passports. So be sure that you have all that information before you book your flight. Another important information is here when you see baggage details. So on this example, this one, it will have a 20 kilo bag available. It's already in the price, okay? You don't need to pay nothing more. From Portela to Dublin, 23 kilos from Dublin to New York, and so on. So this is also important information for you to check. I will let you know more. If you want to add extra baggage, extra luggage, I will let you know later how it is. Also important on the left, you have the filters, so you can put only direct flights, one-stop flights, 2 or more stops, the price range, the airline company. Another important thing is here, so it's the flight times. Imagine that you want to have a flight that starts in the morning, so you can adjust the time and it will only show flights that, for example, they will go in the morning, and the layovers and all that information. And of course, the maximum of layover on our website is 24 hours, okay? And on the trip duration is 72 hours. So you can also adjust this information every time you want to book the flight, of course. So, okay, but another example that I want to show you from here. As you can see, this first flight is from Lisbon to JFK Airport. But the second one is from Lisbon to Newark Airport. So this happens because, as I told you, I choose the flight to New York, all airports, okay? Now I'm going to select this airport, this Air Portugal, TAP Air Portugal. So this is a non-stop flight, it's a direct flight. So there are more like from Delta and so on, or Virgin. I'm going to use this example and again, as you can see, this is a total price for 2 persons. This is only for 1 person. Here you see how many travel credits you earn on this trip and how many loyalty points you will be able to apply. So I'm going to select this flight, and as you can see at the beginning, I'm only choosing the flight from Lisbon to New York. This is the price that will be come and go, but first I choose the flight that I want to go. I click on select, and now the website is going to give me multiple options of the flight to come back. So as an example, the cheapest one, as the price that was showed before, it's leaving from Newark on this example at 12:55 a.m. Okay, so this is the flight. It's 6 hours and 45 minutes to come back. But if for some reason I'm not good to fly at this time and 6:40 p.m. it's better for me, no worries. As you can see, it's a little bit more on the total price, but I can adjust when I'm doing my reservation. So this is really important because it always shows me the cheapest option. But if I want to change, I can change and have like a flight to go and a different flight to come back, and have the different prices here. If I want to go back and change the departure flight, I just need to click here where it says change. Okay, I'm going to keep the cheapest one, 804, and now I'm going to complete my reservation. As you can see, this is like a resume of what I'm doing, what I have. As you can see, also I can apply my loyalty points and apply my travel credits, so my price drop even more if I have travel credits and loyalty points, of course. And I want to give you another important information. So on this example, I'm making a reservation of a flight for 2 persons. So if I'm making a reservation of a flight for 2 persons, it means that I need to choose the 2 names of the people that are going to fly. So as you know, as an elite member, you have the owner of the account and you have 4 additional travelers. Okay, you can choose the 2 names from the travelers, but you can also have this one-time guest information, and this is unlimited. What this means? Okay, in every reservation, you need at least to have the owner of the account or one of the 4 travelers. But the other names that are on that trip can be one-time guests. It means that can be infinite people that you have and you can add to your platform, that you just have to click here and to choose. So for this example, I'm going to put myself as the first flight, the first person information, and then I can come here and I can add an additional guest right on the reservation. I just have to put the name, of course, date of birth, country, the document. This is important because when you will be arriving at the plane, they will ask you for this information, expiration date, etc., etc. And then you just have to complete your reservation, and that's how it works. Okay, before we end this video, I want to share also two specific information with you. First, some people ask me, Nuno, okay, but where do I do the check-in? Of course, you can make the reservation of the flight with us, but the check-in, you have to do it on the airline company website. So for example, if I'm flying with TAP, I will receive an email with the information of my ticket. The information is my name, is the booking code, and most of the times the ticket from the airline company. So I have to use that information to make the check-in on the website of the airline company. Second important information too that I want to share with you is that sometimes you make a reservation, and this happens, for example, sometimes with low-cost companies. You will make the reservation and then you receive an email from Travel Advantage with specific informations and the process how to make the check-in. So be sure that you take all the attention to the email that you will receive after your reservation with Travel Advantage, and use that information to make the check-in on the airline company. Also, some of the companies only open the check-in 48 or 24 hours before the flight. So sometimes you book the ticket and you want to go on the airline company and it says that the check-in is not available. It's not available is because they didn't open the check-in yet. Okay? So this is important points for you to have no doubts when you are completing your reservations, when you are making your reservations, and take the best, enjoy, take a lot of flights, and enjoy our Travel Advantage platform.